Can you defend yourself against real attacks? Hi guys, in today's video we're going to talk about if your training prepares you to defend yourself against real attacks when people attack you with full speed and full force. As you could see in the clip where Fabian was punching me, he was punching me as fast as he could from a neutral stance in the way an untrained or even trained person could attack you from this distance. When somebody attacks you like this, you have to really ask yourself if the thing you're training in your school or in your gym or wherever you train, if these things could actually help you with an attack like that, if you could actually use this in a real world scenario, in a situation where somebody attacks you with full speed, like I said, full force, and you not knowing what kind of technique he's going to use. As you can see, many martial arts styles teach to block a punch, either this hand or this hand, to stop this attack, and then they teach you to attack after that. The problem with that is most of the time when you train stuff like this, you actually know what kind of attack is coming, and usually your training partner would attack a certain way so you can really block this. He wouldn't maybe go full speed, or he would go from the wrong distance, so you can really block this and then attack back. But when you don't know what is coming and how he's going to punch and when he is going to punch, then it's really hard to apply this kind of technique. And that's pretty much the reason why Bruce abandoned this kind of training. He went full on moving, evading, intercepting and using footwork. So these three examples are roughly the examples you can see where you can evade and punch back, or you can evade and kick, or you can intercept the guy. In order to be able to intercept, you have to know how you see what are the signals before the opponent is actually attacking. Because when the opponent has already launched his attack and it's a fast attack, intercepting becomes pretty hard, or so you have to evade them. But some people may claim you can use this kind of blocks and trap techniques if the guy attacks a certain way. Maybe he doesn't attack that fast, or uses a different angle where you can actually do that. Then you would do this. But if the guy attacks like in our example, you wouldn't do this, you would apply something else. But flash news. In a situation like this, you don't have a luxury to choose your technique in a split of a second. Rather than training different techniques for different situations, you should train a technique or a tactic, better to say tactic, that you can use in all situations. Because if you can use something against fast and powerful attacks, you can use the same thing also against not so fast and not so powerful attacks. You never know. You can't decide in a split of a second, is this attack really fast or how much power is behind it. So the idea in late Jeet Kune is not to make contact with attacking hand or attacking leg, rather than attack the person when you evade or when you intercept the guy. Sometimes, if you're too late, you can cover and you get punched in your cover, and you can attack the same time. But this is only the last resort, because you don't want to have any contact. You don't want to get punched. It doesn't matter if it's your cover or in a naked face or body. So for example, if a guy punches you with his right hand, you can evade, you can punch back. And if it can be any kind of punch, it could be also a straight karate punch. You could do the same, evade and go back. Or it could be also a Wing Chun type of punch, or Muay Thai type of punch, or boxing type of punch. It doesn't matter. It could be straight punch, it could be like a huge swing, You can do the same thing. Against all these kind of techniques, you can do exactly the same thing. And you could do the same thing like this. If he strikes with his hand, you can go here and kick the guy. You can go here and kick the guy. It doesn't matter what kind of punch is it. It's just the same idea and same tactic. Now here you see it doesn't matter what style the other guy is using. Your idea is evading and attacking, or evading and attacking on a different line. When it comes to intercepting, just before the guy attacks, you go in. It doesn't matter which technique he's going to use. Before he attacks you, he has to shift his weight. He has to shift his weight towards you to be able to reach you. That's the reason to keep a slight distance. So he has to step when he attacks you. And you use this. In the moment he steps in, you can kick him and you can punch him. And like Bruce said, you can use longest weapon to the nearest target knee, and this could also be finger jab or the straight lead. And the moment he shifts his weight, you go in. A very good tactic is if you get attacked in the upper line, you attack the lower line. And that's why you have always to question the stuff you train. How realistic is this? Do you can apply this against unpredictable attacks? The keyword here is really unpredictable, because even I knew that Fabian is going to punch me in the face as fast as he can. I could block it or stop his punch with my hand because of the reaction time. You don't have this kind of reaction time where you can really choose a certain technique for a certain attack. You just don't have this luxury. Your reaction time of an average human being is just too slow. You have to keep your distance and you have to use things that work against most attacks and not specific attacks, because this would be a classical mess, like making a style. For this attack, you take this block. For that attack, you take this block, or you take this block, or you take this, and then you think you would be able to pull this off. Like if the guy comes straight, I can do this. If he comes with the other hand, I can do this. If he comes slight curve, I can do this. But if he puts all his weight in his punch and he goes fast, you can't do any of that, because his hand is going to go right through your face. His hand covers the distance far faster than you can react. That's why you're never gonna see these techniques work in a full speed and full force sparring. Just doesn't work. That's the nature of the things. So guys, I hope this helped, and see you next time.